Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Facebook, Apple, Amazon, and Netflix. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, looking for a new broker? Check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Alright guys, so Facebook daily chart, 60 million on the day, 0.78% down, $1.37 down on the day. We did breach all the moving averages after earnings. Nice fall here, but look at this move. We go from 150 to 220, and everyone thinks it's going higher. I mean, that was a heck of a move from a pullback. All news related, the security breach, whatever crap they had, and then they just run it up into earnings. Everybody, oh my gosh, it's going to have good earnings, and then they plowed them. So we came back down to the 618 retrace. That's what we're holding right now, as well as this little area of consolidation down in this area. I do like the fact that we're almost at gap window and then gap fill here at 159.90, and then we have double bottom right back at the 149.55 to where we were when all that news was coming out. So it's interesting what's happening here. So if we continue to consolidate sideways beneath the moving averages, I think this thing has a better chance of going possibly down to that 150, or at least filling the gap down here. Let's go to the weekly chart though. The bigger time frame, volume there. I mean, you can see this candle. Gosh, here was your big area though of resistance up in here, so it needed to crack there, and they drove it right up into that area of resistance. Earnings came out and lights out, and we're back below the 20 and the 50 on the weekly chart as well, so that's pretty big. So but it is holding the 618 down in this area. So again, markets stay light volume, float. This should start to float again if the markets continue to move lower, or a little bit some weakness coming up. I mean, we have Apple earnings, we have what other earnings are coming up? A couple other ones this week too that are pretty big, so that this could actually start to fade some more. So weekly chart, nice red bar. Technical damage is done, guys. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 weeks wiped out, and pretty much earnings, guys. So staircase up, elevator down. We have great support here though at 179 or 173.49 from these old pivot where it hit, consolidated, broke out, retested, and then breached it, and then came right back up. So that's going to be good support there around the 173.49, so watch for that. Right now, really just waiting on pattern, seeing what happens, but after a bar like this, you'd expect a little more follow through, possibly into that 150 area. So we're going to see more this week. Apple earnings, that's going to be a big one, see where this markets go. And as well as, we have Baidu, Tesla. I mean, Tesla's okay, and Shopify, that one's not too bad. Caterpillar, that could possibly be a leader in these markets. You have US Steel and a couple other ones, but keep an eye on that Apple and Baidu. That could give the market a little bit direction. But let's see what else here. I mean, a lot of earnings coming up, so keep an eye on that. But anyways, guys, this could still fade and possibly come down here. I still think we're going to the 127 area if this continues to sell. And the high point again, it will be the $200. I'm sure it will be buy the dip mentality. If the markets, the SPY goes to 45 million a day, then it starts to float. This should just start to grind, and I'm sure we'll get an upgrade, maybe a buyback, something like that. So watch for that. Apple now, guys, earnings on Tuesday after the close. So it's a 50-50 shot what this thing's going to do. We have a big trend line. We've been in the channel though, guys. You'll see it on the weekly chart a little bit better. So I'm just going to go over the daily right now, but that was the big trend line on the weekly chart. This is where we hit, came right back in. Every time it gets above it, comes right back in. Nice little bullish pattern here, pops, everyone thinks it's going to go up, boom, right back down to the 250 retrace. Gets the bounce up here, gets above the moving averages again, and then boom. And Amazon and Facebook have a little bad earnings, and then this one comes right back in on Friday. So a little profit taking on Apple going into the earnings on Tuesday. Still above the MA, still in a strong stance. Until this thing goes off, I don't know. Do we pop and go to 200? Do we drop and go back to 175? So Or is it a non-event? Who knows? So we're going to watch this one. If it pops, we'll short. If it drops, we'll be looking for areas for buy the flippin' dip. Weekly chart. Weekly chart, you can see that upper trend line a little bit better, guys. I mean, that's the one. It gets above it. Almost looks like it's going to break out. Sideways action. Tries again. Comes right back in to the lower trend line. Holds the lower trend line and the 50 MA. Goes right back to the top. Right back to the bottom. Right back to the top. Holding on steady. A little bit of a pullback. Right back to this top action. 195.68 or so. And it makes a little topping tail on the weekly. So, and a little bit of volume. So, again, though, 50-50 shot going into earnings. Will this pop? I don't know. Will it drop? Maybe. But pretty good stance above the MAs. Let's just see what happens on Tuesday. I want to see this one too. Here's another big trend line as well. This is going to be a key one down the road if the markets do start to sell off. So, and that's at 116. I said that for a long time, 120 or so. I still think we have good support at 134 or the 200 moving average on the weekly. But you know, a lot of times, guys, when this doesn't touch the 200 MA, I mean mid 2016, that usually is the target. So keep an eye on that one for Apple. I'll do more analysis once earnings goes off, and we'll try to pick a short off or pick a long off depending on where this thing goes. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon, good earnings, and man, we get the fade. AMZN, if I could get that right. So still, you know, looking at the weekly chart, I mean, up and away, you know, massively, you know, what a massive run here, guys. I mean, we go from 500 to almost 1900 since 2016. Needs a break, guys, needs a break. But let's go to the daily chart. Still in this channel, guys. Here's your lower channel, here's your upper channel. Every time it seems to get to the upper one, guess what, guys? This one looked like it was going to take off, and boom, right back down to the lower. Goes right back up. I mean, it should, and then comes back to the lower, pops up on, I believe this was earnings, right back in, chops around, volume becomes light, and this thing just floats, goes back to the upper channel, comes back in, floats back up, and then you get the chop, and then the drop right here. And this, gosh, they tried pushing it, guys. We had a great short on Amazon, made some really good money here, and they faded it again too as well. Gosh, right back below the trend line here. So keep an eye on this one. You know, you have nice spacing here with the moving averages. It is moving up. You're above the MAs on the daily chart. It is in a bullish stance, but let's keep an eye on this one, you know, and this week with Apple and a couple of the other earnings to see where this one will go. So let's look at the weekly. Really, Apple's the one this week, guys. Tesla too. Looking just to see if there's anything else on here. You know, Caterpillar, a couple of the Dow stocks, watch for those. And so here's the weekly chart though, guys. Still above the 20 and the 50. The 20 is a little bit stretched. I mean, we're at 1621 and we're at 1817, so 200 points away. This is telling me I think we're coming down. You know, what I think is, it means nothing, to be honest with you, but when you're stretched from these moving averages, guys, eventually it's got to come back in. And we were down here. See how it kissed it down? I barely kissed it. So I want to see a nice, good crossover. Maybe take it to the 50 MA, and I would love this area down here. Even a little bit lower if it does come in. So when you get these high flyers, guys, you better step aside. When these come in, it's going to get ugly. And then the monthly, guys, 1180 would be my price target. This keeps curling up, so you'll be at 1200, 1250, 1300, but ultimately that is my price target. And if it does crack through there, 792, 800 will be the next one. I know you think I'm crazy, but this is what I'm looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're a member of mine, you know what that means. And honestly, you could go 8, 9, 10, so you could do that as well. So 10 months straight up, I think we're due for a little more selling, in my opinion. So keep an eye on that one. 1900 will be the big level for this one if it goes up. So watch that area around the 1900, and then you go 1925, and then of course everyone's looking at the 2000 number because that's just the big round number. So any analyst that wants this to go up, they're going to be talking 2000, 2100. Any analyst that's looking to go down, you're probably going to see the, you know, I'm going to say 17, 16, 15, the big round numbers. And ultimately, like I said, the 1184, or I'm going to say the 1200 area, if this really starts to go down. Are your heads popping off yet, bulls? So I just want to say, well, 1350, I do like that one, and then the 1250 down in here. So, you know, still a lot. You still have you have two nice little dojis on here, and it still couldn't get through that area. So nice channel here, guys. If this channel breaks on the way down here, it's going to be freaking lights out for this one. All right, we'll look at NFLX. This is another one. Buy the dip. And then all of a sudden it's just stalling out, and everyone, what? This doesn't make any sense. I'm going to use margin this time. Bought the dip here, and then they faded it right back into it. So you're in a big channel this one as well, just like the rest of this markets. You're up into it, down into it, halfway, retracing to the top, comes right back in, finally breaks out, tries to break through this big area of this trend line, gets to the 421 area, right back down. Nice consolidation, pops up, and then they drop it down, holding this area. I mean, we closed right below it this one, so doesn't mean too much right now, but let's keep an eye on this one. We are below the 382 retrace and holding the 50 down here in this area. We still have this little pivot right here, which I like, the 356.60, but we did close below that as well. Let's watch these this week. Apple earnings going on. Volume trends are getting a little bit lighter in this one too. I'm surprised it isn't floating, but the markets were a little bit weak, so that's going to tear these down. Everything right now is a market trade, guys. Markets go up, these should go up. Markets go down, everything's coming down. Pretty simple. Weekly. Weekly on this one, holding this trend line and holding the 20 MA. Still in a bullish stance. We talked about this. If you go back in my videos, we are stretched from the 20 MA when we were up in here. When we're up at 406, 410, what else? 416, what was the high? 418, 419, and this was sitting at 345, guys. You got to think, it's got to come back. Every time it moves up, comes back. Moves up, comes back. This is the ocean, this is the shoreline. It comes back, kisses it. If it cracks through that, this is big right here, guys. If we get below this and below the 20, we will be going into the $300 area and then going into this double bottom down here at 270 on Netflix. Monthly chart, that's right, as well. Monthly, we got a couple more days, is stupid. 220 would be my price target. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months up. Get a nice reversal on this monthly. Will that lead to a retrace, then a drop? We'll see. But right now, 220. This will continue to curl up. I'm going to say down in here 272 by the time this one gets here. Who knows? I've seen these charts before, and then they go straight down on a monthly. A monthly chart, guys, this doesn't take a day, a week. It takes months. I mean, unless we really just crater on the indexes, on the SPY and all that stuff too. So, all right, guys, that's it for these 4. Watch Apple. That will drive the markets Tuesday afternoon. If they have good earnings, it should drive the markets up. If they have bad earnings, it will drive the markets down. Pretty simple. It's either A or either B. So watch for volume on the SPY. Heavier volume means we'll probably be selling off. Lighter volume will tend to just grind higher. Even though on, let's see, SPY. I'll punch up the SPY here. What do we have? 76 million on the SPY on that day. And that's what we got. Look at that nice inside bar retrace to the high. I think this thing's ready to go. So, all right, guys, that's it for these 4, and then a little bit of a SPY. If you want to become a member, go to my StockBookie.com site. Sign up. Most of these videos are free. For my members, I do a lot of the SPY and the IWM. I do some chart setups and stuff like that. Guys, it's $30 a month. You learn some technicals. You get some good trades. We've been making some good money lately on some scalps, intraday stuff. Come by, check us out, StockBookie.com, and don't forget to like the videos as well. Again, guys, thanks for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.